Welcome, gentlemen, to the Self-Aware Care channel. I'm Angel. I'm a chemist, and I specifically focus on men's care products. So today, we are going to be talking about the best shampoo and conditioner for your hair. I mean the one that's going to give you that glorious mane that you know that you were destined for. So we're going to cover some common questions with hair wash. We're going to cover some myths, and then we're also going to cover, again, the best product for your hair type. We'll get into it here. All right, so first off, I know that none of you are doing this, but you need to be a bro. And if you see someone that you know using one of those like 6-in-1, like shampoo, conditioner, face wash, dog cleaner, car upholstery washes, like grab that and just throw that out, because that stuff is crap. It's gonna make your hair look awful. And it's really straightforward to understand why. So the objective of a shampoo is to clean out the hair from oil and dirt, and hopefully have some film forming ingredients to protect the hair. But then the conditioner is meant to then restore some of the oils that have been stripped out from the shampoo. And so hair has a negative charge, and so two things with negative charge are going to repel each other. But the thing that prevents your hair from doing that is a thin layer of oil on the hair, or sebum, that basically stops that charge from having your hair go everywhere. So the absence of a conditioner or oils in the hair means your hair is going to be frizzy. You're going to have kind of like rebellious hairs that are going all over the place, and it's just not going to look good. Whereas the conditioner adds that positive charge to the hair, which kind of neutralizes everything and adheres to the hair, adds oil, and prevents it from looking crazy, and you'll have nice, smooth, shiny hair when you have a good conditioner. But the 2-in-1 washes away all that good conditioning, and so that's why your hair looks like crap if you use something like that. So definitely help someone out, get rid of that for them. Some common misinformation is that washing your hair more means that you're going to produce more oil. That is absolutely false. So the oil in your hair is called sebum. It's produced from your sebaceous glands. And when you wash that away, it may seem like you're getting more oil or it's coming in more quickly, but that's because the hair is trying to compensate for the baseline amount of oil that the hair and the scalp really needs to be healthy. So it pushes that out there, but it doesn't actually increase the speed of production of sebum. It just gets it to that surface a little bit quicker, and it's more noticeable because you're going from zero to something. So it doesn't matter if you wash your hair once a day or once a week. You're not increasing the amount of oils that's being produced by your scalp or anything. All right, and this one drives me crazy. There's a lot of, I guess, fear mongering that goes around from a lot of like natural brands trying to push different ingredients and say that everything is bad for you. Natural doesn't mean that something is better. So for example, you could have a plant oil and it's produced from, I don't know, let's say we're talking about lavender. So lavender is going to be different depending on the time of year it's harvested, the location, how much rain was produced that season, and so the chemical composition, and there's a lot of chemicals in these natural ingredients, the chemical composition is going to be very different from one time versus another. So you get an inconsistent product, whereas if you're producing this synthetically, one, you're typically using less like water and less resources to be able to do this, but because you're getting the same thing every time, you're able to predict how it's going to work with the consumer. And because it's cheaper and you can predict things, you could run more tests and make sure that things are safer and more effective on a consistent basis than something that's natural. And so some things you'll commonly see on a label or that's getting marketed is no sulfates, no parabens, no silicones. So we'll start with sulfates. Sulfates are a surfactant, and it's negatively charged, so it's very powerful at getting dirt and oil off of your skin or your hair. And it's kind of demonized because it can be irritating, but there's a big difference in using something at 100% or 20% or 5% while mixing it in with other ingredients that make it more mild. And so sulfates aren't inherently bad for you. They are actually a very excellent cleansing agent to use. It just depends on the formulation that it's used in, and of course the type of cleaning that you want. If you have more oily hair type, sulfates are going to be excellent for you. If you have a more dry hair type, maybe there's going to be other types of washes that you would like to use. Another one that gets an unwarranted bad rap is going to be parabens. So they're a really good preservative that prevents unwanted microbial growth. We've been using them for decades upon decades, and they're so well researched and tested, but people read things out of context and they misinterpret the information that's out there. So they'll read that something is going to be harmful for you, but what matters is the dosage of what makes that thing harmful. Or they'll read that it has a lightly estrogenic effect. And anytime a guy hears the word estrogen, we're like, oh my God, my testicles are shrinking. Don't use those. Like, I don't want to use this at all. But again, these things are so well tested. We're talking like panels of toxicologists and chemists who dedicate their lives to making sure that products and chemicals are safe for consumer use. And so, for example, the amount of parabens used in a wash-off product, you could bathe in this stuff all day, put all the kinds of lotions and everything on your body for an entire day with parabens, and you're not even gonna come close to the amount of parabens that you would get from even eating a blueberry. So don't even worry about this being an issue with your products. It's an excellent preservative, and the reality is, by not using parabens, they're pretty much better than just about all the other preservatives out there, so you're usually getting something that's less well preserved as a result of not using parabens. Then the next one is silicones, and this is just crazy to me because silicones are one of the best possible ingredients to use on your hair. They do such an excellent job of coating the hair, whereas if you were to use, say, a plant oil instead of a silicone, it tends to make the hair feel a lot more oil, greasy to the touch, and a lot more like heavy and lank than a silicone would, which is gonna help with like shine and make it look a lot healthier and feel a lot more manageable. So everything around silicones is basically unwarranted. Again, everything is tested to find the absolute levels that are going to be safe for consumer use, and that is what's used in cosmetics. And then one more thing before getting into your shampoo and conditioner, don't buy too much into ingredients. These labels are going to say this has biotin in it, it has this extract that is only found once a year in this remote location and was used by ancient Egyptians for beauty. Like, all that stuff is just marketing that's trying to sell you. There's no really big need to buy either, move up from a $10 product to a $50 product, for example. It's not gonna make that much of a difference. The main idea is a shampoo is looking to cleanse the hair and maybe have some film forming ingredients so that you don't have that negative charge causing issues. And then a conditioner is looking to restore the oils to your hair and then also neutralize some of the charge from your hair so that it's gonna be a lot more manageable. And any of these ingredients are like saw palmetto, where they try to throw it at you. There really isn't good evidence around them being helpful, especially not in a wash-off product where the majority is getting washed off. So don't worry about that and don't buy into any hype around different ingredients. And real quickly, if you're with me, like, subscribe. If you have any questions, drop a comment. I'll be sure to answer it, help you out with your routine or any product questions. Back to the video. All right, now for the best shampoo and conditioner for your hair, it depends on your hair type. So if you are African, you're gonna be using very different products than someone who is Asian, who tends to have very thick hair and a round hair shaft, whereas African hair tends to have like a flatter hair shaft with more kinks in it. And then let's say like someone Nordic and white with blonde hair, Scandinavian, they tend to have more hair, but it is also finer hair and a little bit less rounded than, say, Asian hair. And if you have finer hair, it does tend to be more prone to being oily, because the thinner the hair is, the more easily oil can move through that hair shaft. We'll start off with oily hair. Again, a lot of oily hair tends to be with folks who have like medium type of hair to thin hair. And if you have thinning hair, I'll cover that as well. But one product that I really like for this is gonna be the DS Laboratories. I don't even know if that's focusing, but DS Laboratories Revita Hair Stimulating Shampoo, I think is the name. So generally speaking, with this hair type, you're gonna want something that has high cleansing power to get rid of some of that oil. And then for the conditioner, you're gonna want something light because you're already having problems with oil, so you don't wanna introduce too much to your hair after you've shampooed. And what I like about this cleanser, one, it smells really good and it looks awesome. It's just a very high quality shampoo, and it does a really good job of just cleansing, and it has ketoconazole in it as well. And ketoconazole has studies behind it that show that it helps with thinning hair. It's not anything super substantial. If you're balding or anything, you do want to look into a DHT blocker, as well as perhaps something like minoxidil to promote new growth. But it is a nice tool to have in your toolkit, and this is just something that is a good shampoo in general. I also like their associated conditioner with that shampoo. It's another good medium type of conditioner that'll be very helpful for that thin type of hair type. Another good option if you wanted to go with more of like a drugstore brand, again, you don't need to spend a lot of money on these products. A lot of this is trial and error. So another good one would be just Head & Shoulders. A lot of guys have used Head & Shoulders. It's got a very high surfactant content, the cleansing power, and the conditioner is in that kind of middle range. So I think this is a really good product if you do have oily type of hair. If you're unsure about if your hair is oily or dry, and maybe you know that you're in the middle, a really good product that I would recommend, you can use just about anything, but I like the Kiehl's amino acid wash, both the shampoo and conditioner. It has a nice like coconut smell to it. It's just a good all-around shampoo and conditioner that I highly recommend. Another option, if you wanted to go with the drugstore route, you have tons and tons of options when you're kind of in that middle ground, but one that I really like is going to be the Aussie brand shampoo and conditioner. I think it does a really good job. Like if your hair is like really like dry looking, it breaks easy, and it just looks kind of unruly all the time, you probably have dry hair or possibly even sensitive hair. And if this is the case, what I would recommend for you and what you're gonna wanna use is gonna be something on the lower end of surfactants for the shampoos and something on the higher end of the conditioning qualities from the conditioner. And so what I would recommend, I actually really like this one from Regenipure. You can use the DR version or you can use the regular version that they have. The DR version has ketoconazole in it, but it has this really nice blend of surfactants that do a good job of cleaning, but they're so nice and mild that they don't strip much out of your hair. And the conditioner that it has goes absolutely well with it. And what I like about this product is it has, I guess us guys, we like that peppermint and minty sensation. And this product has that in it. So it feels really good to actually have it in your hair and to wash it out and smells good. So that's a really good product for that type of hair. Another good thing that you could do if you're still finding that your hair gets dry, you could put an oil in before you wash your hair. So a really, really good option is to use coconut oil 30 to 60 minutes before you are washing your hair. And this is gonna protect the hair from getting stripped of too many oils when it gets washed. All right, now just two more for the dry hair type. And for this one, I actually have a lot of this in this one video right here. And this is useful for anybody, no matter what your hair type is. I think this really helps to make your hair look super healthy and be very manageable. So definitely be sure to check that out. What you'll want to look into after you wash your hair is a leave-in product, so something like a hair mask or a leave-in conditioner. And this is going to provide you with a lot of extra moisture to the hair and oil, again, because we want to coat those hairs. We want the cuticles of the hair, which look kind of like roof shingles, to lay flat, because that is going to block the negative charge of the hair so your hair doesn't repel each other. And then another interesting one that I don't think many guys have tried, but women know this one, is you can do what's called co-washing your hair. And this is where you wash your hair with a conditioner. So conditioner actually has a surfactant in it. This one doesn't have a charge, so it is a bit weaker on the cleansing power, which is good. And so technically when you use this and you wash it out of your hair, you're gonna be washing out a little bit of dirt, oil, grime from your hair. It's just not gonna be as much as when you shampoo. So this is a good way to gently clean your hair. You will still wanna use shampoo on your hair. So you could use this once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks, all the way to once a month, but definitely be sure that you're still shampooing your hair. But if you do this, if you have really dry hair, I think you're really gonna like how it's gonna end up looking. And that pretty much wraps up everything. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for liking, subscribing. Drop a comment if you have any questions. Again, I will help you with your routine. Any product questions you have, just drop them in below. And for more science-backed tips on men's care and aesthetics, you know where to find me.